Hey y'all, I'm coming today with week 25. I'm just turned 25 weeks today. So I'm pretty much just going to talk about what's going on. I do have on makeup. My lipstick done rubbed off. I do have on makeup because I had to go to my church. If you're watching up with my videos, I said it that I volunteer at my church through the week because I don't work like a regular 9 to 5. I don't work outside of our home really, so I volunteer at my church. Basically, as far as me and the baby, everything is good. I'm just gonna talk about weight gain, the anatomy scan, and just what's him kicking and stuff like that. As far as weight gain, I have really been proactively trying to stay on top of my weight. I'm still not at my pre-pregnancy weight because I lost so much during my first trimester, but I have gained weight. I'm still like 5 or 6 pounds lower than what I started, by my pre-pregnancy weight. Um, as far as the anatomy scan, I did go when we were 22 weeks, I think. I did the anatomy scan, but my son, he would not cooperate. The guy needed him to flip over. He had me doing all kinds of stuff. The baby would not flip over for nothing. So they scheduled me for a second anatomy scan. The anatomy scan is where they go in and they just do ultrasound. They're measuring. If y'all hear some tapping, it's my dog Tika walking on the floor. But they do they're scanning to make sure all of their organs are are maturing and developing properly. So I went 2 days ago for the second anatomy scan just to finish up, just to get the shots that he couldn't get the first time. He cooperated. He was right. But the guy told me, he said, well, don't be scared if they say you have to do this a third time. And I'm like, why? And he was like that some of the scans were not 100% clear because of the positioning of the baby. But he did tell me that it's pretty much going to get to a point where they can't do them anyways because his skin is not really going to be translucent. He's getting to that point. So, I mean, the anatomy scan doesn't hurt. I'm not going to lie. It's just very uncomfortable because you have to have 100% full bladder. And that's very, very uncomfortable. Um, as far as I was told, I'm a little bit confused because when I went after my first anatomy scan, I had an appointment like a week later, just like a regular appointment, like a week or two later, and the lady told me that I think it was a week later. She told me, she was like, well, the midwife was like, well, did they tell you that your placenta is low? So I'm like, no. And she was like, oh, well, he was supposed to tell you. So when I went back 2 days ago, I said something about it. And the guy, the ultrasound technician, got like really upset. And he was like, no, we're not supposed to tell you that. They don't want us to tell you nothing because we're not doctors. So they don't want us to tell you nothing. Well, if I'm not mistaken, she told me that it was 3 centimeters away or whatever. And when I looked it up myself, 3 centimeters is not, because I mean it's low, but it's not really considered something serious. She did explain that as my uterus gets bigger, as the baby grows, things are stretching, and it would move the placenta farther away from my cervix. When I went 2 days ago, I asked him about it, and he said he could not tell me anything, which was like, because I read different things that you can do to help yourself, I put myself on pelvic rest. So we have not had any kind of sexual activity. So now I'm still telling my husband like, well, we still can't do nothing. Because I just want to, my biggest fear is a C-section. I don't want no C-section. I would rather get this baby out, the natural way and call it a day, because my mother had C-sections and she had problems like from the scar and stuff like that for the rest of her life, and I don't want none of that. He is getting to the point where he knows his daddy's voice, which is so funny to me. He, like, when my husband comes home, my husband is in the military. He gets home around 5 o'clock. When he gets home, he always comes in and he'll talk to my stomach, and our son will just go to kicking, go to moving. My husband finally can feel him moving, which I think my husband honestly has been feeling him. I think he just didn't know what he was feeling. Today, for the first time, I don't know what made me do it. I was laying on the sofa, I was watching TV, and I just happened to look down and I could see him moving. Like my stomach was moving. And I was like, oh my God. What else? I have been trying to eat light. I'm not starving myself or nothing like that, but I have been trying to eat light so I can, proactively, try to keep my weight under control. This morning I ate for breakfast. I had some yogurt and fruit. Clearly he was not feeling it because by the time I stayed at my church for about 2 hours so I can record, just get a little bit of work done. By the time I got home, I was running to the bathroom, throwing up. He was not feeling it. So I said, well, I guess I'm going to have to get me a little bit heavier to go on my stomach. As far as my water intake, I had, because, in another video, I said that I was getting dehydrated and they told me to drink a lot of water. I had been kind of slacking up on my water, but it is starting to get hot. Like we've had days that are 70 plus, and we've had a couple of days that are 80, and by it starting to get really hot, I'm getting to the point now where I'm making sure that I get my 70 ounces of water a day, plus I'm still drinking like juice and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not drinking soda, but I am drinking like juice every now and then, like 100% juice. That is making my sleeping is getting bad. Because I am having to get up and go to the bathroom. Like the other night, night before last, I got up like 6 times to go to the bathroom. Last night, I didn't get up as much because what I did was I said, okay, since I know from talking to the ultrasound technician, I know it takes about an hour. Because I asked him, I was talking to him about why do you have to drink the water an hour before your scans and all this here stuff. And he was explaining it to me. So since I know it takes about an hour for liquid to get to your bladder, I'm trying to do a cutoff of like an hour and a half to 2 hours before I go to sleep. I'm trying to have that be my cutoff so that I'm not really drinking, because if I drink a whole lot 20 minutes before I go to sleep, I know I'm going to have to get up. And last night I did get up a whole lot less. Again, if y'all hear walking, it's Tika. Speaking of Tika, if you do have a dog, dogs are very emotional. That's Tika. She's a husky. Hey, pretty girl. Hold on, y'all. Hey, Tika. Okay, y'all, I had to show y'all my baby. Yeah, that's our pretty girl. But she is, when we first got pregnant, she would not really be around me. She wouldn't, which I noticed that with our ectopic pregnancy last year. She would not, that's kind of what, I've said it in other videos, that's kind of sort of what kind of gave us like, ooh, are we pregnant? Because with the ectopic pregnancy, like from day one, she was not feeling it at all. With this pregnancy, I noticed early on, before we actually knew we were pregnant, she was very standoffish. Okay, so she went through that stage. At first, she was very, very standoffish. Now, well, first she was standoffish. Then she was very clingy. She's 2. She's very spoiled. We've had her since she was 6 weeks. She's very spoiled. She was very like clingy. I noticed that she was, when she was standoffish to me, she was normal or a little bit clingy to my husband. Now she's clingy to me. She's really clingy to me. But I have noticed within like the last 2 weeks, she has started to act up. And I was watching another girl's video who's pregnant and who had a dog. And she's around the same amount of weeks that I am. We're 25 weeks today, if I didn't say it earlier. She was around the same amount of weeks that I am. And she said the same thing about her dog. Like that she noticed that the dog was just, starting to kind of act out a little bit. I don't know if she wants extra attention. I don't know. But she's basically like, she knows better than to try to like take, like if I, like honestly, I could leave a plate of food on an ottoman and walk off and she will not touch it. That's how she has always been. Sorry, y'all, trying to see what she was doing. That's how she has always been. You know, you can leave something, she would not touch it because she knew better. But here lately, like 2 weeks ago, I had on my ottoman, I was eating something and I had like I was eating a hot dog and I had a little piece of bun left. And I had to go to the bathroom and I got up and I just went to the bathroom. I didn't take the plate in the kitchen. And when I came back out the bathroom, I noticed that she was breaking her neck running to her cage, which her cage is like, she feel like that's her sanctuary or something, like we can't get her in there. But, and I looked on the plate, on the little saucer, and I'm like, this heifer done got a little piece of this bun. And then my cup that I drink out of, which I showed my cup in another video, I got it from Dollar Tree. I got it because I know exactly how much I'm drinking. I noticed that one day she was like sniffing my cup and trying to like lick my cup. And I'm like, what are you doing? So yeah, if you have a dog, I don't know. The other video that I watched, the girl's dog was a female dog. Tika is a girl. So I don't know if it's something with the female dogs or what. But yeah, if you have a dog, just be mindful the farther into your, pregnancy you get, your dog's behavior, they can kind of start to act up a little bit. Yeah. I mean, she's still clingy because she's laying right here now down here on the floor just staring at me. She's still clingy, but she is like, she's showing a little behind. What else? I will be showing my bump in a second. I still go to my church 3 days a week. I still teach children's church. I haven't slacked up on any of that, but I'm about to get to that point where I need to. We are having 2 showers. We're having our shower back home because, we're stationed in a different state. So we will be going home next month for our home shower. And then our church is throwing us a shower, which is great. If you are military, I do want to say this. If you are a military spouse, I know for the Army, I'm not sure other branches, but I do know for the Army, they do have something called the Backdoor Boutique. What the Backdoor Boutique is basically, it goes by your rank. So I'm not sure if different installation, like different locations have different ranks that you qualify for. But you go there and you can get free stuff. You can get free food, like brand new, nothing wrong with it. You can get clothing. You can get household goods. You can get all kinds of stuff. I got a couple of days, Wednesday, I went and I got a brand new digital blood pressure machine. Nothing wrong with, brand new. And a brand new blood pressure cuff. We've gotten a lot of our baby stuff from there. And a lot of the stuff is brand new. Because, when you have a baby, so many people give you a lot. And some stuff the baby just can't wear. Like, they don't get to before they grow out of it. Well, we have had, we have all of his crib bedding already. We have, the crib, the diaper thingy. We have everything. We have a pack and play. We have a diaper genie. We have a lot. I did want to show my coupon stockpile since I'm talking about that. So hold on one second. Okay, I am showing y'all right now all of my coupon stockpile for him. This, like that down there, is Tide Pods and stuff like that we're taking overseas. But all of this is his little area. Don't mind those dryer sheets. The dryer sheets down there. Those. But I do coupon. So hold on one second. Okay. So I was showing y'all all the stuff that I've gotten so far. The reason that I slacked up on diapers because I want to see what size diapers we're going to get from both the baby showers. Once I know what size diapers, because we have one baby shower next month and then one baby shower in the beginning of June. We're doing the early part of August. So I'll have about a good month to coupon and stock up on diapers. My plan is I want to get all diapers from newborn to size 4. before we go overseas, because stuff, you know, I can't just run to Walmart and get stuff. I mean, I will be primarily shopping on post. And that's, you know, that's kind of competing with everybody else who has a baby that's in the same size. Plus, because we have friends that are already over where we're going, we know that availability is at a minimum with some items. I'm sure with baby stuff is not like that, but I know like with stuff like vinegar, my friend that's already over there, he was telling me, a childhood friend that we grew up with, he was telling me that they had to wait a month for regular vinegar. So a lot of the stuff that we have in our house, tissue, a lot of stuff, I have already stocked up on a lot, because I coupon, but we do have, you know, I'm very proud of my little coupon stockpile, of his stuff, all my baby stuff. I have huge bags full of clothing. Like I said, we have all of his bedding. The only thing that we're doing that we still have to do is we still have to start getting his furniture, because I said it in a different video. We want to DIY all of his nursery furniture. So we want to get it from like thrift stores and like flip it. So I'm gonna end this video, but before I do, I'm gonna show my bumps. Hold on one second. Okay, y'all, I'm short. And this is the best I can get it. This is the top of my stomach. So I know you really can't see, and believe it or not, I'm actually standing on my tiptoes. I have on a pretty, this dress, the dress part is pretty big, so it makes me look bigger than I am. But there's my bump. There's him in all his glory. Hold on one second. Okay. Like I said, that's my bump. He, as far as the rare occasions now that we get an ultrasound, he looks perfectly fine. Size-wise, he's hitting all the growth. The air conditioner just came on. He's hitting like where he needs to be, you know, as far as his length and everything by weeks. But about 2 weeks ago when I went to the doctor and she was talking about my placenta, she told me that measuring my stomach with that measuring tape, that he's measuring big. Now, my problem with that is, even before we knew we were pregnant, my stomach was bloated. I don't know if I've seen other women in their early pregnancy videos say, oh, I'm bloated. My stomach has, like, it's a portion of my stomach that basically stayed bloated. Like before my uterus was up to like my, you know, had grown and stretched out, the top of my stomach was bloated. So I want an ultrasound, because I'm like, don't tell me that, oh, he's measuring big, when I know that my stomach, since day one of my pregnancy, again, before I knew, you know, before we actually knew we were pregnant, my stomach has been bloated, because we have a picture the night before, December 17th, the night before we found out we were pregnant, because we found out on December 18th, 2016, we had a church event, and the dress, I was like, God, my stomach bloated. And when I go back and I look at the pictures, my stomach is clearly bloated. My stomach has never been that poked out like that. And that was the pregnancy. I just didn't know I was pregnant at the time. So y'all, that's it. As always, I do thank y'all for watching. My husband's orders, we are still in the process of getting his orders pushed back. Yeah, so hopefully, yeah, because I mean, it was kind of sort of mixed up, and so they're having to do it again, but they're expediting it this time. So hopefully within like the next 2 weeks, it'll be all done. But y'all, that's it. I do thank y'all for watching. I make videos strictly because I like doing them. And again, y'all, I'm enjoying being pregnant. I will in another video talk about just anxiety and stuff like that, but I'll leave that for another video. But thank y'all for watching.